Should I study a 1-year or a 2-year program in Canada? This is one of the most common questions that I've gotten from viewers or friends or relatives alike when they want to study in Canada. Today, I'll be telling you why and why not you should study a 1-year or a 2-year program in Canada. If you're ready, let's go. Oh, na, na, na. Oh, it's PASCOKE again. Hello guys, and you're welcome to the journey of a Naija boy. My name is PASCOKE, but you can call me Pascali, that you already know. For those of you that are just joining me newly, I say thank you and you're welcome to the journey of a Naija boy. For those of you that are returning subscribers, I say thank you very much for always staying with me. Today is going to be a very nice day. Should you study a 1-year or a 2-year program? What are the disadvantages and advantages of studying either a 1-year program or a 2-year program? So I'm going to start first by saying that what is the period? We're going to talk about the period or the length of a 1-year or a 2-year program. 1-year program mostly doesn't necessarily mean a 1-year program. A 1-year program is more or less like a 2-semester program, and 1 semester in Canada is equivalent of 4 months in Canada. So you have a 4 month for the first semester and 4 months for the second semester. So most programs that says that you want to come and study a 1-year program is actually more like an 8-month program. But then, because you always have a break in between, depending on what semester you resume. If you resume in the winter semester, which is January actually, January to April is the semester that you're going to do, and May to September is actually the summer break. So sometimes you might get to have the summer break. That would actually count for like another 4 months. Then you resume the next semester in September to December. So that means that way you've actually used 1 year in Canada. So that is how it is calculated as a 1-year program. For a 2-year program, it's mostly a 3-semester program, especially if it is a master's program. That means that you can either resume in September, do your 4th semester from September to December, then do your winter semester from January to April, then you get a summer break from May till September, then you resume the remaining semester in September to another December. So that way you've used more or less like a year and a half. So, and that is how it is calculated as a 2-year program. But what are the advantages and the disadvantages of doing this program? If I would say the first advantage of studying a 1-year program, the first advantage of studying a 1-year program is that you get to finish faster. If your aim is to come to Canada and study and finish on time, then I would advise that you go for a 1-year program. But what are the disadvantages to doing that? The disadvantage to doing that is that you would not be able to settle, you will not get the time to actually acclimatize to the academic terrain of Canada. Most of the people that I've noticed that come to Canada to study, they always have a problem figuring out the academic terrain. What do I mean by the academic terrain? How classes operate, how you have assignments from week to week, because you don't just go to classes and go home every week. You go to class and probably get an assignment or a project to do every week. And so before some people even figure this out, it takes a longer time on them. And I've realized that sometimes some people don't really pass that well in their 4th semester because they are still trying to figure out how to even get settled with this type of educational system. And so that can be a disadvantage to studying a 1-year program. So the disadvantages to studying a 1-year program is actually an advantage to studying a 2-year program, meaning that if you're doing a 2-year program, your 1st semester will probably be you catching up. And that way, if you have like, say 10 set of courses to do, you can actually spread it out. You can do like 3 courses in the 4th semester so that you can get your time. I've seen some people even do 2 courses alone in 4th semester so that they can have the time to actually understand the system and how the academic terrain actually work in Canada, and that has worked better for some people. And so that is one of the advantages of studying a 2-year program in Canada. Another advantage of studying a 1-year program in Canada is that you don't get to pay a lot of tuition. So when you come to Canada to come and study a 1-year program, that means the only tuition that you have to pay is actually a 1-year tuition, and meaning that you get to save a lot of money. And sometimes even with the process of coming to Canada, it saves you a lot of money because you don't have to actually provide a lot of funding. And I'm not even sure that this is an advantage. You know why I'm saying that? Because if you want to, irrespective of the numbers of years that you want to come and study in Canada, you only need to provide your proof of funding for only 1 academic session. You don't need to provide, if you're going to do a 2-year program, you're still going to provide proof of funding for 1 year academic program, because they don't really care. After your first year, you should have settled well into Canada to work and to do a lot of things to help you with your remaining semester's fee. So that way, it is not actually an advantage, but the only advantage to it is that you only get to pay a 1-year tuition fee. The next advantage is going to be about studying a 2-year program. The advantages to studying a 2-year program is that once you're done with your academic session in Canada for a 2-year program, you're going to qualify for a 3-year postgraduate work permit. But if you study a 1-year program in Canada, you're going to qualify for only an extra year postgraduate work permit. The government of Canada provides you the chance to actually work after you're done with your study in Canada. And so if you need to really get time to acclimatize with Canada itself, to understand the system and everything, it is advisable that you study a 2-year program, because that way altogether, when you are done with your school, you would get like a 5-year total stay in Canada. And so that is going to prepare you for the next advantage that I'm going to talk about in this video. So the next, or probably like the final advantage to studying a 2-year program in Canada is that once you're done with your academic session in Canada, you then get a 3-year postgraduate work permit, just like we've established in the previous advantage. And what that allows you to do is that if you have planned to actually stay in Canada and become a permanent resident of Canada, you would have the time to actually put together your application in order for you to become a permanent resident in Canada. Unlike if you study a 1-year program, you will probably be in a rush to actually get your PR immediately that you're done. And there are a lot of programs for you to become a permanent resident in Canada. Even though there's a Canadian experience class that allows you to become a permanent resident in Canada just after you're done with school by having a job offer. A job offer is enough for you to actually become a permanent resident in Canada. We are still going to talk about that, but we are talking about the advantage and the disadvantages of studying a 1-year program. And just like I've said, most of the PR programs that are available in Canada sometimes stall for a number of years. You might not even hear from them after you've submitted your PR application. You don't even know when it is going to come out or when it is going to be approved. So getting a 3-year postgraduate work permit after doing a 2-year program is actually an advantage for you, because you get the time to have peace of mind and you get the time to actually work while you're expecting your PR application to be approved. Unlike if you study a 1-year program, you only get a 1-year postgraduate work permit. And so if you have 1 year after you're done with school and you've put in your permanent residency application, you don't get that peace of mind, because before you know it, 1 year is actually gone. So you just know that after that 1 year, what am I going to do? You start rushing to apply for either an extension on your work permit, or sometimes you've seen people actually go ahead to apply for another school in order for them to extend their stay in Canada. But that is not good, and that is why I say that it is better for you to study a 2-year program or to apply for a 2-year program in Canada than to apply for a 1-year program. But if your financial situation does not allow you to do that, I would advise that you just go for a 1-year program, and when you're done, pray to God that your PR application is actually accepted faster. And that is even if you plan to stay in Canada, because I've known a lot of people that have come to Canada and do not want to stay after they're done. They just want to get their education and go back to their country to stay back again. But if that is not your situation, I would say that you apply for a 2-year program and then get the chance to stay 3 more years after you're done with your study in order to aid your permanent residency application. Finally, before I go, another advantage or disadvantages that we can compare again is the affordability of time for you to adjust to the culture shock that is in Canada. You need time to actually adjust to the culture, because Canada is actually a multicultural environment, and so you need to even adjust to the culture of the Canadians first, and then to the culture of the other people that you're going to meet in Canada. And if you have only 1 year to do that, if you get the chance to work, it's not going to be that easy for you to understand how the work environment even works. So you probably have a tough time adjusting in 1 year while you're studying and probably getting the chance to work too. Unlike if you have a 2-year program to do, you get the time to adjust to your academic terrain and also adjust to work environments that you find yourself within Canada. That way, if you want to stay in Canada permanently after that, you understand how everything works before you move into a proper work environment. So that is another big advantage of staying or doing a 2-year program in Canada. So guys, this is all I have to compare between studying a 1-year or a 2-year program. If you need to speak to me, now you have the chance to speak to me by using my website www.pascoke.com, and you can book a time to talk to me. I'm always available to answer any of your questions. I understand that some of you have been trying to reach me on my social media account. I have a lot of messages that I have not responded to, and I'm going to respond to them in due time. But then the fastest way to get to me is using my website. Go to www.pascoke.com and click on the services tab, then book a quick ask. Then I will call you, I'll put a call through to you, and we speak about any of your academic concern in studying in Canada. Thank you guys for joining me again. It has been a good time staying with you and talking with you again. Till next time that I talk to you, I still remain your guy, Pascal, aka Pascali, that you already know. If you have not subscribed to my channel, do well to subscribe now. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye.